our Parshas Ki Teitzai, we have the Ina B'Shavas Abeda. Now, when someone loses something, we have to return it. So, first of all, the Baditchaver, I one time saw a young man who looked very distraught. The guy was close to tears. He was like running around. He like looked completely wild-eyed. And before that, the guy was a regular Siddish young man. So he went over to him. He's like, "What's the matter?" He's like, "I lost the money. My shver gave me money to buy stuff in the next whatever. I can buy in the fair here. I have no money. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm in serious trouble. It's like life savings. I don't know what to do." So the teacher said, "Don't worry. Just relax. I guarantee you that the money's gonna come back. It's all fine." So he's like, so first he feels a little relief. The Rebbe said, whatever. Puts him down in his house. Has a cup of tea. Calms him down. He says, "You know, you might want to think where you were. Try to think back." So he's drinking his tea. He's calming down. He's talking to him. Suddenly he like jumps up. He runs out of the room. 5-7 minutes later, he comes back. He has the money. He's like, "I found it. That's right. I forgot I put it away for mincha because I wanted that mincha. I didn't want to get confused with it. The big bundle. So I hid it somewhere. I went and got it. I understand it or whatever." I said, "But thank you. You really helped me. Your Ruach HaKodesh really helped me." He's like, "It wasn't Ruach HaKodesh." It's like people usually lose things because they get very too bothered. You get really, really confused. And it's hard for you to focus. And then you focus, you remember back. I figured you're fine, it's fine. You're careful, you're responsible. What do you think you do? It's, so it's a beta, you have to try to keep your head on straight and not lose things. So the first thing, before we start with anything, we're going to talk a little bit the komarna in a minute. But the first thing to realize is that spiritually speaking, when we drop the ball on something, when we make a mistake, so what happens is that we have an aveda to fix. And like we spoke about last week, if it's okay, I'm going to repeat this actually, because it's a beautiful, beautiful idea that's really, really talking to me in the most amazing ways. I don't think we taped last week, wasn't able to tape, whatever. No, we were not able to tape last week actually, we didn't have a card, Baruch Hashem. So, the Ian is that the Rizal says that there's two brachas. We say and Mal B'Shalomim. He says Mal B'Shalomim is when a person from yesterday, from today, for example, tomorrow morning, when we say these brachas, so we'll be able to fix what we did today. It's because a person, when he messed up, sometimes you have to come back from Gilgal, sometimes you have to fix things, tshuva, whatever. So he said you have like a quick time to quickly chop right and fix it. It's kind of like your dishes, right? You leave it to, sit around. It gets hard and it gets harder to fix. And then you right away fixing things. It's easier to fix things. That's the way it works. So you leave something a problem around. You something through the yoke, like better pay the bill and finished. So you do tshuva. So it's like next day I have the opportunity to refix it. Generally speaking, the best way is if you do tshuva for Krishna Mita, you're supposed to think about what happened during the day and like repent and really do tshuva. Awesome. So sometimes a person the day before totally dropped the ball. They didn't say Krishna on time. Missed my Krishna. You can't make that up exactly. There are Chassidish Vetlach and whatever, but it's a problem. Like you missed something that was very, very important, very integral. What's going on, right? From that perspective of the mitzvah of Krishna, you are you're like literally completely bare. Bare, it's like you're unclothed, you have nothing. Sometimes you have a day when you daven, you did what you need to do, but it's not the way it ought to be by any means. Like your mortgage says, people sometimes they focus on Shemona Esrei. You're like, that's not right. You have this like the fat mechutin, the well-to-do the mechutin. He shows up to chasana, comes a little late, just by the chuppah. It's like that's not how you come to Shemona Esrei. You daven, and you start to daven. It's like what is this? You davening to Hashem. You have to come like a supplicator. Someone that you don't come. Anyway, so you daven, but your davening was less than desirable. Let's put it that way. So that's called Neishin Leif Koyach. Person, he's ayef. He's formatted, he's wearied. So both of these things, they make it difficult to connect to Hashem properly. They make it difficult to do tshuva. They make it difficult to learn Torah Lishma. They make it difficult to do mitzvahs. They're in your face. Like these things hold you back from yesterday. But if you do tshuva and you're connected with it, when you're saying these brachas, that you're fixing things. When this Hashem sends a very high light, high illumination, whatever. That's more kavanas things. What exactly is doing that? So you're fixing things, so things get rectified. That's what happens. right? So every day you have this koil, we have this idiot. So that's one of the best ways of fixing Avedis. Another big time for Avedis is, of course, Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah says these malachim have shofars and they're blowing. The shofar, the inyan of the shofar is to find your Avedis. Locate the Avedis. You want a kol. Rav Nassan says, I had a little bit of a different context, but he says the kol is the way to connect to divergent places. When you're at one place and then the person's somewhere else, so the kol is what connects it together. Right? The sounding. So it's the same thing. You sound the shofar, it connects you to those Avedis. They sound the shofar and it connects you. You're able to reconnect. That was a big time for big rachamim, for big kedusha, for all these big matanas now being given. Tremendous matanas. I say the famous marshal from Al Tanya, the Kivyocho, when the Melech's on the road, it's easier to get to know him. So they say this also by the 3 weeks. Kivyocho is a ghost, but here's a different kind of an inyan. It's an inyan where it's more Kivyocho. Hashem is more accessible, as it were. But you can be so rachamim coming down. It's very big oros happening now. Big things. So you chaperon this Svardim even from the beginning of the month. And many Chassidim and Anshe Ma'aseh will also say this Svardim Shlichus from the beginning of the month. Then when it came to radio, so they said also, I'm not zocher, but I'm just saying there are people who do it, and it's a big Indian if you can. But actually, that doesn't mean that just because they're saying Gilul Midas, we're not now, doesn't mean there's not a bigger aura of Gilul Midas. There is. There is a very clear, there is. It's not like there isn't. Ashkenaz, it's not limiting to access it in that way. To say a lot of times Gilul Midas, so we get up early and say things for whatever reason. That's just not done by us. But there still is an aura of Gilul Midas for Rachim coming down during this month. It's a very big Rachim. So the first thing about Avshavas Aveda, you want to be zoche to get your own Avedas. I want to be zoche to get my own Avedas. I want to be zoche to restore everything I messed up. Everything we made a mistake. Everything we messed up completely. We want it all fixed. Everything fixed. What happens is you can fix everything. And it's clear. Not much clear thing. Everything can be fixed. Everything can be rectified. Just to do what you can and whatever you can. Okay, so now, what does the komarna say? The komarna says a person has to come back to Gilgul a whole bunch of times, generally speaking, until he fixes his nefesh till the end. He said, each time you have to clarify the sparks that are shaykh to your nefesh. The truth is, a person's life force has to do with a certain amount of sparks. He has a certain amount of sparks he has to clarify. That gives him his life. Now, so how do you? So again, we're talking about all these Avedas we have to fix. We have to do it. How do you fix Avedas? So one way, of course, is tshuva. That's one way of finding your personal Avedas. What the komarna says is an inyan, is a big inyan for a person who's zocheh to give back an Aveda. So when you give back an Aveda, they give him from Shemayim to find his Avedas, to fix the sparks that he messed up. It's a very powerful idea. You know, Shmuel Shapira, huge tzaddik, very well-known tzaddik. He used to see an older person, he'd want to sit down so he could stand up for him. So he said, why are you so you're so filled with, it says you're not allowed to stand up, so you shouldn't have to stand for him, right? You shouldn't make it so that you're putter or not look away, whatever. But you sit down, you go view the guy and sit down, so you should have to stand. He said, it says that they bring the Sfarim, bring them a diet that it brings your Shemayim to stand. I need your Shemayim. I need this. So of course I run and I sit down near the guy and I do everything I can to stand for him. What do you mean? I want your Shemayim desperately. This is not a joke. Serious business, right? So you want to get the bizoch. So it's the same thing. He said, giving up Hashos Aveda, sometimes you're not so high. I mean, it's not lifik kvodcha. Someone loses a pen, whatever. There's no simon. And Chazni says, listen, if it's likely you're not going to find the guy, it's a thing that everyone's easily accessible. You can use it as long as you write it down. You know what you found. You know where you found. So when I ask you for it, you give him 20 shekels for the pen. You get another pen. Doesn't matter. His pen. It doesn't make a difference today. And these type of generic things, you don't have to go crazy. You have to do it to normal ishtadlus. People are mochel. It's not a lot. It's not a big deal like used to. People had no money. They were dying. So it's a big nafkamina for him. He won't have a pen ever again if you take his pen. Like I was saying before, an inkwell in Lita was like a priceless thing. Today it's no big deal. Well, pen. It's a shekel. It's not a big problem, right? So it's kedai if you can to find a way to be Meshav Aveda. If you can to find a way to Meshav Aveda to make a Kiddush Hashem, it's important for him. It's kedai. We're happy when you give back someone's Aveda, even if you're not mamash b'choyev. There's no simon. There's no this, and that of course is the story of. There's a famous Chalban, not Reb Chaim Chalban, a famous Chalban, a famous milkman, who was in the Shari Chesed area, who brought the milk. He was well known to be a tremendous bakin, Shas and Poskim, like he was Chazer knew Mamish by heart. I think of Ein Katan when he came to Eretz Yisrael, he still met. I think it's the same guy, and he was very impressed that the guy was so holding. And Baron to impress him was not easy. He really knew his stuff back and forth and sideways. And if you guys ever seen a shiurim, but my uncle would say, and I saw this a little bit. He said usually shiurim people are one of two groups. Either you're a tremendous, you're a chayif and bucky. You have tremendous bikiyas from here and there and everywhere, and you bring it from here and there and mefalpel and coming out with whatever you're coming out because your main koyach is bikiyas. That's your main thing from here and there and wherever. He said, and sometimes you have a person who's a very big amkin, he's super duper profound. So he's working out what it says here, coming up with things. Like Reb Chaim Brisker, it's well known, or at least I heard this story a whole bunch of times, that there was one person called a Yerushalmi in a halachic discussion, and Reb Chaim was like, nah, there's no Yerushalmi like that. Now Reb Chaim learned a lot of Babli, but I don't know how much Yerushalmi he learned. He learned a lot of Babli. He was deep, very big amkin, he was very deep. So the guy's like, he looked into it, he checked, he's like, yeah, you're right, it's fine, messed. But how did you know? You're such a bucky Yerushalmi. He's like, I knew that it can't be true. Like, I know my Amkus figured it out. The Svara, it doesn't work. It can't be authentic. That point, that thing. It just can't be. That was his thing. So, so that was he was not, this Amkin. He's not necessarily bringing more central, but like focusing more on the depth of uncovering what's happening. From other places as well, but not so much, you bring those couple of places, generally speaking, you bring a place that gives more light, and you explain it. When you look at the sugi, you're like, I see this totally differently now. It's a totally different light. This is deeper. But the other people, the more bikiyim, that you understand it deeper because they filled in the blanks from other places very often. So my uncle was like, yeah, like Avaran is both. It's like a lot of bikiyas. He brings you a million sources, and then he starts everything with tremendous depth. He's like, his mom is not to be impressed by Avaran is not much. So this Yid found a big amount of money. He's very poor. Someone saw him yesterday. Chacham was passing by. He's like, "What do I do with this money? I'm going to give it back." So he's like, "No, there's no simon, there's no this and that." So he started to cry. He's like, "What's the matter?" He's like, "I'm anyway going to give it back. I'm going to do what Chacham say I shouldn't do, like make money. Of course not." He's like, "So at least I want to be chayav." And you're saying I'm pater, so it's like I'm not even getting the mitzvah. So he's like, "No, maybe we'll find a way. Maybe he's trying to find a way that you be chayav to give back the together. If you come out, you want to get your avedas. That's how you do it, right?" You lost sparks, however it is, you didn't have air, messed up, or not even what you did. Your shaykhs to the shvir sakena, the breaking the vessels, you have your own, every person their own shaykhs, what to break. I guess he could talk about such people who they only have this problem to deal with, hashrei chelkeim, right? So, through Chashal Saveda, you're zoch, right, over the bearish, right, fine, right. He said, why do you have an Aveda? Rav actually makes a similar point. Why do you have an Aveda? Why does the person lose it? Because he lost his das. There's no das there. It's vanished. And through Hashavas Aveda, you return das to the person. He no longer has the object under his intellectual understanding. He doesn't know where it is. He can't find it. He doesn't know about it. Usually your stuff, you know where it is. You know where to find it, hopefully. Right here you can't. So when you restored das. So you restored das on high as well. You restored das to yourself as well. That's what the komarna explains. It says, do not be misalim. It says, don't turn away from an aveda. So that restores the das. It's doing the mitzvah of returning it, that gives you the ability to restore your own avedas. And the das restored by doing the mitzvah, say not transgressing Mrs. Lo say. And that brings the Gula closer. And that should be the kavanah when you do this mitzvah of Shavas Aveda, to sweeten the dinim of Gullus and to draw Gula and Das on the Jewish people. What happened? No more? It's dead, of course. Yours is going. Thank you. Do you mind checking that? Thank you very much.